of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, here's Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU, that's Justin Jefferson.
Cousins pass.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
A former Seminole back home in Florida is Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
The ball carrier.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Cousins finding the rookie Jefferson for a Viking first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
The kick is good. Makes the score Vikings 3.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Brady. He finds an opening past the 40. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's go second.
Now a play fake. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
10 yards.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
No, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Taken in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Cousins pass.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 11.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
7, Vikings.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Hunter on the stop.
It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 8.
14, Vikings 6. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard.
You see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
And 3.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. At their own. Back now comes Tampa Bay. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for... That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A run there with Cook not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on first down. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Vikings 6.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tackled at the 29-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The open man is Shark. It's complete.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside. And I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness. That's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's good.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
First and 10.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 51 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They run it again with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a third and long.
No gain on the
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
At their own 44-yard line.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't suffer him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, I got number 80. Hey, check it. Single. Check it, reload.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. shotgun now for Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win. No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
4 yards on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Buying time. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And the Vikings first down.
Cousins on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there at second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. throwing. Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
A gain of 46.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
Cousins again, 4 yards the gain. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. For this defense, CD. That's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to look to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun. Brady, that one complete. He finds Sharp.
Complete.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 72.
On play action, now Brady. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
By the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just